Make that card work. Okay, so this is trying to use Consign to Memory as okay main deck card. They can also scam your Lotus Field into play and scam your Nulldrifter. And playing like the Eldrazi Stomping cards with the pitch counter spells to interact with our opponent. And we're using we're pitching Elder Deep-Fiend and Nulldrifter to our Ugin's Labyrinth. Alright, Mulligan. No Consign. One problem is Lotus Field is pretty bad without Consign to Oblivion. Okay, I'm going to keep this and run the draw against Giganta. I think against Giganta, I'm going to try to keep this Force of Negation because they're, somewhat likely to be Ruby Storm. So I guess we might as well be able to Consign to Memory a Ruby here. Obviously not, convinced that's definitely what they're playing still. Read Coatl again. It counters opponents only. Oh, okay. So when I was solitarying the deck, it countered itself. But that's because it were the solo queue. Makes sense. Not sure what they're doing over there. I'm gonna try to exile this and scry one draw card. SNE, play MTG, thank you for the Swiss Prime, appreciate you. We don't kill Channeler. We are actually killing Channeler right now. Consign for Nulldrifter proactively. It also Lotus Field. So I've tapped out of my Consign. I'm going to force this Ruby, though. Bitches as well. Manamorphose, Ritual, Wish. So they have 4, 5 mana. Wish. Do you have enough cards for Force of the Void stuff? Yeah, we do. We have 8 MDFCs, so we have 18 blue cards. Nice pickup. Gonna play second Seer, of course. Huh. So if we get to untap with these up, we're probably gonna be in good shape. But my opponent could kill me here. It's kind of scary through Kozilek's commands, Force of Negation, double Thought-Knot Seer. We're like, But that's Storm, baby. So up a game against Storm. Got some sideboard cards too. I'm gonna bring in 3 Trinispheres and the extra Force of Negation. I'm gonna cut all my subtleties, I think. I want the Dismembers also against the Channeler Ral. And then I want the Cage. And not the Stone. We have to make 4 more cuts. Okay, looks good to me. What is the magic number for pitchable cards? There's not a magic number. It is a very it varies a lot based on many factors in your deck. How many pitch cards are you playing? How hard castable are these things? How much card selection do you have in your deck? There's not a magic number. Okay, so we have a turn 2 Trinisphere, so let's keep this. Back a Lrien Revealed, I think. I probably want to be able to evoke a Nulldrifter this game. I'm not sure about. I think we're not going to cycle this Lrien Revealed, probably. Not yet, at least. Not gonna imprint the Nulldrifter here. Your turn. Came ready for Storm today. After being on the other end of this yesterday. Don't Giganta me. Reckless Impulse. Look at an island here. How did Storm leagues? We didn't play any leagues. We went 2-2 in a challenge, losing one of them to Trinisphere. Can't remember how we lost the other game. Gonna just Lrien Revealed here. Feeling kind of cushy. Alright, they're wishing. Ancient Grudge. Okay. So I can flush back the... I mean, I guess I should just proactively Kozilek's command that, probably. Keep both these. Isn't Lotus Field too cute for this deck? It's pretty good with Consign to Oblivion, and it's pretty good with the high mana curve to have extra ways to do stuff, but... I don't know, I typically find, isn't this too cute, like... You know, it's not necessarily the best feedback. This isn't something I feel like has a lot of meaning. It's not like a criticism that I can analyze and like digest meaningfully either. So if you could, you know, if you want to articulate a bit more why you don't like it, that's fine. But isn't this too cute is not usually very good feedback. No, Trinisphere beats Ruby. Why not instep Coatl? We could have, yeah, I guess. Maybe it's better. But it is very powerful to, on turn 2, Consign to Member your Lotus Field. You'll have 5 mana on turn 3, which is kind of awesome in this deck. That is just, you know, again, so much beefy stuff. And then what's cool is Consign to Memory is good with Lotus Field, and it's good with Nulldrifter. So you can Nulldrifter and then counter your Evoke trigger, and then have that in play. Well, just a Lrien Revealed, nothing to cycle. On the draw against Giganta again. Yeah, Consign helps the Eldrazi mirrors for sure. Okay, so we're going to keep this, and then... Probably just put back second Reshaper. We can get an island off the Lrien Revealed turn 1. Our 8, 7 or higher enough for Lab? Yeah, at the moment I feel like 8 is fine with Lab. Thoughts about also having Dressed Down alongside with Nulldrifter? I mean, I think Consign is a lot better overall, I think, where it's like kind of a good main deck card. It has the redundancy with Lotus Field. I think Dressed Down with Nulldrifter is like kind of like a little weird, a little, you know, a little slow. You could also play Dressed Down, but I think you don't need the extra scam effects for your Nulldrifters. Getting bubbled. Yeah, I wouldn't say that Consign is useless against Storm, because you can counter the Ruby, but countering the Grapeshot trigger, I agree, doesn't really do much. So they're playing a Giganta Misty Rainforest Bobble deck. It's gonna be like... Breach, maybe? Why is Spellsnare good at the moment seeing play? A lot of 2-mana spells. Ruby is specifically very good against Ruby Storm. Alright, so let's go to make sure we've got an island here. Making a follow-up video to your MHD videos, re-ranking all the cards. I've thought about it. Some people have been asking for it, you know, like you, I guess. But I don't know. I have not. I've done basically nothing else but Magic. I streamed 9 hours yesterday, and I spent 4 or 5 other hours like prepping in the morning and building decks afterwards. There's not, at the moment, a lot of time in the schedule for YouTube videos. Plus, we also have Assassin's Creed, too. Okay, nice Nether Goyf. Let's try to hold up Coatl this turn, I think. When do I bring in Ugin's Binding? If I think it'll be good. I think it'd be kind of nice maybe against Yawgmoth. I'm not sure overall. We're just gonna run out the Coatl end of turn. So I'm probably going to end up double blocking and then consigning the Saga triggers so they can't make any constructs. Could have emerged. I could not have emerged. That would be $5 a month for the rest of your life. This double blue. Oh, naughty Salt Die. Yeesh. One has mercy on me and makes a bad attack with Nether Goyf, I guess. So I need another Consign to stop the Saga. Is that the best draw? Was not a design mistake? Yeah. Hopefully they just have Shuko in their hand. Yeah, let's lose to them having 4 extra cards a turn, I guess. Okay, so I have Damping Matrix against MonoU decks, but the problem is it's going to be like a lot worse against this kind of MonoU. Don't really want all these pitch cards. I might just bring in the Trinispheres and the Matrixes and just be very prisony. Trinisphere seems good against them. Curve's probably they're putting up a bobble deck. Well, a million 1-drops. Stone's kind of good against Nether Goyf. Maybe a little slow. Let's register this. Maybe we'll board out like the Trinispheres on the draw or something. So I need to play a Stink into the Stupor on turn 1, I guess. Dismember for MonoU. If we play Damping Matrix, their MonoUs are, you know, still 3-4 flyers, I'll know. It's okay. This is our MonoU answer, though. Would they just ban Shuko? Yeah, I don't think that they would ban Shuko instead of MonoU. Like, one of these cards is the broken card. You know what I mean? It would be kind of embarrassing to have that card on the ban list, you know what I mean? It'll be Shuko. I don't know. I don't know that they're gonna ban either. I think the gameplay is pretty miserable against MonoU, but it's still a little early. Come on, I don't want to play into my Hope-Ender. Jeez. It's a lot of fatal pushes. Do you think Tailsend has risen in popularity, playability? Yeah, I did consider main decking Tailsend. I like that it counters MonoU. Dude, I bottomed with Thought-Knot Seer and drew another one against their triple fatal push hand. I think it would help if they would ever consider banning the not broken cards. I think Shuko shouldn't be banned, but in the past, it could have been correct to just not ban the broken card. I think it would help if they would ever consider banning the not broken cards. I don't know. It's like just I think if Shuko plus MonoU is a problem, and MonoU is this really like super pushed, very potent like crazy rare from MH3 that is a design mistake is good with many things besides Shuko still. We're going to ban the 1 mana the 1 mana equipment that equips for 0 instead. It just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. All right, I think I'm just going to play the Matrix this turn. Just like ban the if you're going to ban a card, ban the better card, I think. Yeah, they tried that with Bridge over Hogak, and it was just a huge mistake. Like, you just, it is what it is. Lost to Legend gets rid of any historic card that's not Urza Saga. Yeah, Lost to Legend could be good. They're always hesitant with touching new cards. Not always. They're often hesitant with touching new cards, but like, I don't know, they banned Hogak pretty quick. I guess not that quick because they banned Bridge first. I don't know. They banned Up the Beanstalk pretty fast. So yet another Chthonian Nightmare deck. We played green-black, and I thought that White of the Reliquary was pretty good. But definitely didn't feel like a mandatory include or anything. I think I'm just going to draw 2 here. And if I'm lucky enough when I draw Consign, I get to scam my Nulldrifter. That'd be awesome. Okay, not quite that lucky. Two Haywire Mites seems a little odd to me. I think in these decks, 4 Flare of Malice is like super mandatory in my mind. The card is just very good in the metagame and very good in general. I would really encourage you to play 4. Not another Saga, that's a big problem. Beanstalk was uncommon, not Mythic Chase card. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I get it. They don't want to ban the cards. The rares necessarily, but I don't think MH3 would need like a lot of help selling packs even if they banned a card from it. If you're gonna play 4 Spymaster's Vault, don't play any Blooming Marsh. You're gonna want a green-black Surveil land, and you're gonna want to just play more like a 3rd swamp, 4th swamp maybe, and like some more fetch lands because you need swamps. You need swamps for these that are untapped. You can't play this many Blooming Marshes. Okay, 101. Oh, keeping this. What are the other cards besides Naughty that should be allowed in Modern? I'm not saying ban anything at the moment. Nadu, I think the gameplay against Nadu is pretty scary. I think the card is very good. I think the combination of like different shells and packages make it kind of hard to hate out, but I know it's just still in week 1. We have to see what the Pro Tour looks like. So on the draw against Nadu here, maybe we can consign a Shuko next turn. Hope-Ender. I'm definitely interested in testing this matchup, of course. I'm going to play this instead of the Sink into the Stupor, so it's a little less obvious I have something. Ray with the 17 months, hope you're doing well. If they play like Ice, or like, not Ice Fang, the Coiling Oracle, I would counter the ETB trigger. Raiders with the 17 months, thank you, welcome back. Well, I guess we're going to hold up some mana here. And maybe I can't counter Nadu, but maybe I can counter Shuko still. But nice to win the die roll. Why didn't it counter fetch? Because this card is not like strictly better. This is not Stifle that can also counter colorless spells and be replicated. This is triggered abilities and colorless spells. Do you still think the artifact lands are too good for Modern? I mean, it's like, it's less about that and more about like the artifact lands. It's less about them being too good, and it's more about them not being, like good for gameplay, I think. Because like, if you unban the artifact lands, Affinity is going to win a lot more game 1s, and then they're going to lose every single sideboard game ever. But this is also the case with Affinity, but you're going to lose even harder. So I don't know. Does make it where I can't cast any of my Eldrazi. So I draw something. It's a way to turn on that. Not cutting outrights with Consign. Yeah, maybe anybody could read this card. Or maybe we're just teasing. I don't know. I don't know what people think this card does. Pretty obnoxious that I wasn't able to like Thought-Knot Seer them here. We got a bunch of Damping Matrix though. Opponent's definitely able to like navigate through my hand really well. I was thinking I would want to try Ugin's Binding here. I was wanted to play the Grafdigger's Cage and the Dismembers. I wanted to play these cards. Cut the Force of Negations. And then I was kind of unsure. I think it's probably just best for me to go cut the Matter Reshapers and play like 2 Subtleties. Try this. I will say that Hope-Ender Coatl is a very difficult card for me to play. Because if my opponents are ever ghosting, it's like... maybe, although it's also like pretty telegraphed. So like also once they know it's a deck, it's a lot worse. Matter might be better than Hope-Ender. I don't know. They're a combo deck. It's kind of bad against Halfling, I know. Not All-Is Dust. We don't have any All-Is Dust in the list at the moment. Could have some All-Is Dusts. Do it more differently if I think someone's watching. Not in a league, necessarily. Sometimes in challenges, I'll like say I'm doing something and do something else. I really suspect. Like right before I put up the hand hider. Not that I think that's happening here necessarily, but just for spikes in general. A little bit worse. Well, there's a Damping Matrix. I think we're cycling Lrien Revealed turn 1 also. I guess I'm playing Otawara turn 1 so that if I draw Consign, I can scam the Lotus Field into play. Opponent's in a mold to 6. Yeah, we also have Binding plus Nulldrifter. So I'm gonna try to not evoke this Nulldrifter turn 2, but if I draw another Nulldrifter, I will. If I draw we'll see. Okay, big drill step. Another Lrien Revealed. Yeah, let's do the let's test Damping Matrix or sorry, Ugin's Binding a little bit. Although I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do next turn. One's also playing super slow. Just gonna slam the Matrix, I guess. First like make when we get last turn. Yeah, I know it's been so far when we have it, our opponents play around it, and we don't have it, our opponents do play around it. Or don't, sorry. When we have it, our opponents play around it, and when we don't have it, our opponents don't. Thoughts on Gonti's Machinations as energy engine for MH3 build of Shadow. I would really encourage y'all to not like just force Death Shadow in a bunch of decks. Death Shadow is not that good of a card. Yeah, that would I guess be my main my main thought is don't force it to happen. Like you can end up being a Death Shadow deck. Like you can just kind of be like you can start somewhere and you can end up being a Death Shadow deck, but it's very difficult to start just building Shadow. I think Shadow is less miserable to play against in paper. It's faster. There's more shortcutting. Although there's the issues of tracking which creature has been, activated. So I'm setting up here for Ugin's Binding. Like the card, so like when people talk about building shadow decks, they say I want to build Grixis Shadow. It's kind of weird to me because it's like saying I want to build Grixis Ragavan. I want to build Grixis Bowmasters. I want to build Grixis Dragon Regis Channeler. Because Death Shadow is effectively just another reasonable threat. That's kind of all the card is. It's like a solid threat you can play. It's not super impressive. It's not like particularly powerful. It's just kind of fine. It's not like a build around card. It's just kind of a card you can play. Wait, how are they playing a wait, how confused. How did they already make a copy and then play their land? Okay, so they bestowed and then oh, they had a Mystian play that they sacked, right? Okay, sorry. Okay, my turn to cast a spell. So I draw Consign. I don't know if I'm going to scam Lotus Field or scam the Nulldrifter. Let's just go ahead and use this Ugin's Binding. Pretty good here. So I didn't draw Consign. So I'll just hold up the Coatl here. Gives a card on top. Might be tough to get something with the Coatl. We'll see. The Wall of Root's not doing so much right with the Damping Matrix. I think that maybe they forgot about the Damping Matrix. Kind of hard to pass up on. Just snagging something here. Oh, right. Sorry. Damping Matrix doesn't stop mana abilities. Sorry. Somehow forgot that. Not just better than Curse Totem, or for that for one extra mana. Okay, take the finale maybe? Five, six, seven. Just hardcast Nulldrifter next turn, maybe. See how much they pop off. Do you think March of Reckless Joy could be better than Glimpse of the Impossible Storm? Since for the same mana you look at one card, but you can play them on your next turn. One less. I mean, so March is, Glimpse putting stuff in the yard and making spawns is pretty dang relevant. And the fact that you can only play 2 cards off March ever is pretty awkward. But I do think there's a chance March of Reckless Joy is like quietly good. Yeah. So no land from them is nice. It's a bit awkward that I can't Nulldrifter and Lotus Field and like replicate. I'm just gonna 7 mana here. I don't know if I'm attacking with a Seer, but I'm going to see what we draw first. Ooh, another Ugin's Binding is interesting. Yeah, I think I could just play my Lotus Field. I think my opponent is probably not blocking with the Seer. If they do block and we trade Nadu for Seer, I think that's kind of just okay. Yeah, I didn't think they'd block. Would Cemetery Gatekeeper be good against Nadu and Storm? I mean, it's definitely good against Storm. Plays a land or casts a spell, shoots a type X, 2 damage to that player. So they packed for a Sylvan Safekeeper, which implies that they found an answer to the Damping Matrix with the one unknown card, which is pretty annoying. Although the Bestow at least triggers the stuff. I mean, we know one of their two cards is another Nantuko, right? So yeah, I think they just Summoner's Pacted, thinking for some reason they could Matrix. Okay, so just a little mistake over there, it seems. An oopsie doopsie, if you will. You know what? I guess I should be attacking with my Thought-Knot Seer first. Those cards packed. They cast a pact. They cast their pact already. They got Sylvan Safekeeper. Wait, they had another pact? Oh, they revealed it to okay, they revealed to Nantuko, sorry. I guess they don't have a like Rex Sage in their deck. Don't really want to binding the Nantuko here. They're just dead. They're just dead to my 2 flyers attacking next turn, so I don't need to worry too much about this. Yeah, it could be nice and consign their pact trigger. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I guess it lets them gain. Oh no, I can consign the gain 2, I guess. But technically, they can sack it to the Annihilator. Okay, so on the draw, maybe I want the 3rd copy of Subtlety. Not sure what I would cut, though. Maybe go down to Lotus Field on the draw. We can Binding the Fly. That's true, yeah. I do think Binding is interesting card. I think it's like at least good enough to play in the sideboard of this deck. In the main deck, it's like pretty bad against Ruby Storm. Can be pretty bad against Control. Not sure. We don't have that many ways to trigger it. Spent a lot of time feeling like Nine of Bottom is mid. Is it back now? I mean, their deck should probably have it in their deck. So this could be hold up Consign for Shuko or turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. I think either way I'm going to click the keep button. Ruby Storm at 4 LGS Snipe playing Force. Show off on the board as extra win con is just bad. I'm not really into it, I think. I don't always... People just always love to take a deck list and add Force Slick Shot show off to the sideboard, and they love to feel very smart, and, you know, more power to them, but I think it ends up not... And for Storm, it doesn't really make any sense. Because it's not like people are cutting their removal spells against you as Ruby Storm. They need to be able to kill Ral. And Zuko's so good. Force of Vigor, Chord of Calling, somebody's better. I'll take the chord. Pretty good draw. Spike calling a dingo on that one. I don't even remember what I said. I don't even know. I have no idea what you're talking about. As per usual. Oh, the show offs on the sideboard? I know. I'm just not that into it. Not that bad, though. Not for me. So I might just, like, bounce a token after they quad block a Seer next turn. We'll see. Puts a Force into the graveyard. Go Thought-Knot Seers. Seer's been feeling pretty good in this, like, really combo metagame. So I guess maybe I'm a little bit weaker to the quad block now, huh? I could just counter their card draw off the Consign, maybe? Seems okay. Not really sure. I think I am gonna prefer to counter. Oh, they got a Dryad Arbor. Okay, we'll just let them multi-block then. I would keep up Stupor. I feel like every card they draw just matters so much here. And then Consign also stops a lot of their stuff too. Like I'm just kind of happy to 1-for-1 in this spot. Not sure if that's exactly a 1-for-1. And it's Force of Vigor, 2 mystery cards. They play a second Dryad Arbor. If we draw a Temple, we can hardcast the Elder Deep-Fiend. Kozilek's command. Okay, so let's get in with the Seer, and then if they quad block the Seer, that's fine. We'll be able to Kozilek's command the Nantuko. Okay, so now I'm just going to upkeep, make them sack a land, and scry. Well, maybe I should make 2 spawns. Yeah, I'll just make 2 spawns actually. Although wait, hold on. Sorry, I don't get to keep up Consign. That's probably fine. Or just you can do the Stupor. It's probably fine. Glaring Face Checker of the Strike over Matter Reshaper. This card had better be blue. Hold on, let me reread this one. Oh, that's the one that casts a color spell, make a spawn. I mean, I like the card a lot. I think the card's very good. You could certainly play it here. Big fan of that one. Why not just fry them? Oh, you want me to evoke off the Thought-Knot Seer? I don't think I want to evoke off the Seer. Interesting attack. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, I have super off the spawns. Duh. Yeah, the Consigns are for Nulldrifter and Lotus Field, and you know they do a decent job against some opponents. So what am I going to Elder Deep-Fiend, huh? Opponent's hand is Force of Vigor and a mystery card. Probably going to play Sink into the Stupor as a land at this point, so I can keep up the Consign, which is pretty relevant to be able to stop Shuko. It's going. How are you doing? I'm not sure what to do this turn. What do you think?
Concede.
You have anything for me, or what's going on?
Did you hear me? I said concede.
I know, but like, what's
okay.
up? I didn't have any witty retort to that.
Okay. Well, I found out about the tank. And
is it good or bad?
it's not that bad. You're just okay. I'll just tell you.
I'm
You're just way overfeeding them.
I'm way overfeeding. Okay, I was worried about that. I don't know.
Because they said that the amount you feed them, they'll eat. They'll eat whatever you feed them. So
Right.
because you're feeding them so much, they're also pooping so much, and so you also need to vacuum more.
Relatable. I mean, I vacuumed this morning too.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. So that's also why we were like,
I'll tone it down.
oh, what? People are vacuuming only once a month? That's crazy. Look at all this poop that's accumulating. So that's it. I also got you some pellet food too.
Okay, thank you, sweetie.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to hold up the consign right now. So they can... Okay, they just concede. Okay, Nadu defeated. Is this deck good? It's our first league with it, but at the very least, I think there's some interesting ideas at play here. You can maybe decide for yourself if you think it's good. I'm going to keep this. We have turn 2 Reshaper, although there's some tension with needing this for the extra land. Also, Lotus feels a bit awkward without the Consign. Well, I'm keeping. Got a lot of lands in the deck. In what situation is Otawara better than just play more Sync of the Stupor? When you play it as a land and you don't have to pay 3 life, which is what you do with these cards most of the time, is you play them as a land. The 3 life adds up. It adds up a lot. Also, it gets thought seized. We have 26 lands in the deck, so ability, if they take the reveal, the ability to draw another land doesn't seem too scary. They do take the Matter Reshaper. They told her we're cooked. No, I mean I don't know. They're cooked if we don't draw another land. But we have we're 26 land deck. Although some of them are Lotus Fields. I will now get my island. Probably take my. I guess I can just play either Nulldrifter or Kozilek's command next turn. I think the first Otawara is basically always better than the first Sink into the Stupor, unless you're really, really hurting for blue card count for some reason. Probably good to evoke Nulldrifter this turn so we can like exile, draw a card. More Lotus Fields. So I'd love to draw a land. We will accept no land drop, I think. Maybe it's good to still Nulldrifter this turn, try to hit one. Okay, it was a good miss. Return. I'm gonna be able to find Consign too. It's nice to have Force or Subtlety up here. What's the amount of lands needed to curve out of 4 lands? There's Frank Carson articles on this. So exile your creature, scry 1, draw a card. Love Kozilek's command. Looking for a land. Pretty good land. And they're missing their land drop this turn. So I think I'm gonna go evoke Nulldrifter, see what I draw. I guess I shouldn't play my land yet, but I can even just exile the construct and draw a card here, so I don't need to just do that this turn. Although I will have to go to discard if I do that now. This could make a spawn instead of going to discard. Seems okay. Wait. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I needed to draw the card. I'm afraid you don't. For some reason, I thought I was going to make a spawn. That's okay. Oopsie doopsie. So they find their 3rd land. It's another saga. Let's go ahead and subtlety this. I'm going to pitch Force, I think. Could the mono red Asmo deck make sense to splash for Nightmare include Spyro? I don't know. It seems like you're raising the curve and making it more dirtily, and I don't really feel like you can afford to do either of those things. So they put the Goyf on the bottom, which I think is to be expected. That's right, to play Lotus Field here. We played a build that was like built around Spyro, Nightmare, and Rakdos, and it didn't go very well. I was kind of expecting it to go better than it did. I've looked at Consign, Field, Nulldrifter, and any other shells. I haven't. I think if I'm going to play these cards, I really want to have Ugin's Labyrinth in the deck and have like these multiple lands that make tons of mana. So that sounds kind of nice. You could play Consign with Flage also, but I'm not sure. I feel like the shell fits in 60. Yeah, maybe. Cut the DRC baubles. Yeah. Obviously, you have to fix the mana. Seems like it could be okay. Okay, they concede and don't even let me emerge my Elder Deep-Fiend. So I want to bring in the Dismembers. I want to cut the Force of Negations. I think I want to go down to maybe like one or like at least... I think I cut them all last time, or against a similar deck. Maybe that was wrong. Ugin's Binding seems like it could be pretty good. Also seems like it could be pretty bad. I kind of let's try a couple bindings. Possible to mix Asmo package with Eldrazi aggro. I mean, the best reason to play Eldrazi X Asmo is the ability to madness the 6-man Emrakul more often. Okay, maybe we'll draw a Consign. Can play a Drifter with Ephemerate. Ephemerate doesn't work that well with Nulldrifter, unfortunately. I'll play Island on turn 1, so I can have the ability to Consign on turn 2. Make it a little run over here and flooded, possible. See? They had a Damping Sphere off their Amped Raptor. It's pretty dang good against me. At least I didn't imprint on my Labyrinth yet. Obviously a hard card to deal with in mono blue. I don't know. I guess I should probably side out some Lotus Fields. Is the kind of show that play Kozilek and Sealing? I mean, not really. We don't have like that many things that even trigger it. Do you like Rakdos or Orzhov scam list better? I kind of like the Dimir, like Nightmare scam deck. I don't know. Okay, so they play the land so they can pay for whatever they have to hit off Raptor. They had another copy of Nethergoyf. Guess I'm dismembering another Goyf. Getting this one at 3-4, getting hit down to 12. Not imprinting anything with the whole damping a sphere situation. Hopefully Thought-Knot Seer could hold the team down here. If this dies, it grows the Goyf. I think I'm taking this. Are there any synergies with Lotus Field? Yes, there are synergies. If you have Consign to Oblivion, you can counter the trigger, and Consign also stops Nulldrifter. I wonder, would they ever... I guess they do have a second Damping Sphere. You're really gonna do this? Yeah, I don't know about this. Hey, where am I your own Damping Sphere? Okay, best possible draw. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hit my land drop with Lrien Revealed. I think I'm probably not. I think I'm going to try to hardcast this. Again, can't play any Lotus Fields against the Damping Sphere. So I know one of their two cards is just another Damping Sphere, so I think I could just block like this, right? Maybe if their new card is a Bolt, it's kind of bad. Maybe I shouldn't block with the Reshaper. Maybe I should just take like 7. So my Deep-Fiend is better. Wait, they're miting their sphere just for the extra damage? That's kind of nuts. I mean, I guess they're just going to play the extra sphere, right? But okay. So I've drawn an Ugin's Binding. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I guess I am sure that I'm just gonna bounce the Nethergoyf. Not really much they can have. But the next turn we can Elder Deep-Fiend. We can like if they attack with the Raptor, which they probably will. I guess we can't hit them first. Ragavan's not the best for me. How many leagues do you play before just abandoning a brew entirely? It just depends. Like, there's a lot of times where I feel like I'm either playing bad or my opponents are running really well or I'm running really poorly where I continue for a while. And sometimes I do like 4-1-3-2, even like rarely 5-0 with the deck and just feel like the deck is awful. So it's a lot more it's a lot more like what's happening in the games before than like the actual record. And sometimes it takes some time, sometimes it does not take a lot of time. To some extent also, like, a lot of times when you're building a deck, the main thing is you're building around like a specific idea that you're working on. And so like if the specific idea you're trying to figure out isn't working, then that's kind of an easy way to move on. So I guess I can even Hope-Ender them. It's kind of interesting here. Well, I only get to Hope-Ender something successfully if they have a land in their hand. Can't Hope-Ender through Sphere. Well, I have the whole bouncing all their permanent stuff, so seems like I might be able to, y'all. So I know they have a Ragavan. Their hand is Ragavan, Amped Raptor, Damping Sphere. 2 mystery cards. So leave one of these back. Maybe I should have played a Lotus Field here. I think it's probably still wrong. 2 spheres. No, they exiled one of their spheres with Haywire Might and then played another one. Blakey with a 34 months. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Another thing I kind of like about the bindings in the sideboard is sideboard games in general tend to be slower. Dead in the Air to Coatl, yeah. So yeah, they're going to Ragavan, and then they're gonna be able to resolve the Ragavan only if they pay 1. And if they pay 1, they can't kill my Coatl. And I can just block and kill them with the Deep-Fiend. Nice. Well, exciting to beat the Damping Spheres. I feel like this deck's pretty sick. Let's get a 4-1 prediction. Before 1 or last, I agree. But I think it's maybe... I don't know if you want to main deck any copies, is my thing. No, you cannot pitch any of the Devoid cards to Subtlety Force. But because we're playing so Imni... We have, 18 blue cards still. Haven't got to consign a Lotus Field yet. We could play less than... We could go down to like 2 Lotus Fields. It actually kind of sounds nice. So, I really want to like consign my Nulldrifter, but I have to imprint it. So that's kind of less than ideal. I think this is what we're keeping. Put on the Mull to 6 also. Turn 1 Ragavan, where Tommy would be pretty scary. Okay. That's not either of those, I guess. So this gives me something else to imprint, which means if I draw another blue source, I can Nulldrifter and Consign after going Hope-Ender on turn 2. Hope-Ender also kind of blocks Show Off kind of well. Maybe I should counter a Bobble, though, if they cast it. Yeah, evoking Nulldrifter triggers Ugin's Binding. The thing is, Binding is just not good against like Control, which is really popular. It's not good against Ruby Storm, which is really popular too. Which is part of the reason why I think it's likely a better sideboard card. We'll see. I'm taking 7 down to 13. Don't love that for us. Play a 2-drop. Play a 1-drop. Should I try to block with Hope-Ender? I think I can maybe like Hope-Ender the Bolt. Because if they have Bolt, I don't want to Hope-Ender now. Yeah. It's just so bad for it's worse for me. I mean, I could Force of Negation in it, I guess. So I should let the Surveil happen first. Right, we're taking 5 down to 8. We want to draw an island so we can go Nulldrifter, Consign. Maybe we'll keep Force up too. They graveyarded Underworld Breach, which is not good. Alright, let's exile the Channeler, draw a card. Looking for a land. Not exactly a land, huh? You can post it isolating. You can take a look, I guess. What's the best loot, if there even is one, in black mana? Underworld Cookbook, I guess. With Asmo to find it. Alright, Force Negation. I'm pretty big hater of Drowner of the Truth. Pretty big hater of Mazebind Tome in this deck. I think it'll be impacting the board, baby. I don't know about this card still. It could be good. You're playing like 4 less lands than me, which is interesting. Alright, I'm down to 6. I don't know. Interesting. If I draw an island, am I going to Deep-Fiend? Well, Evoking. Alright, we need... So, I mean, they didn't play a land last turn, so I'm not, like, the most optimistic. But if we can untap, I think this could start looking up. 4 less lands, 4 more Drowner. I mean, counting MDFCs, they're 22. Counting MDFCs of mine, I'm playing 26. I mean, they're not playing the Lotus Field Consign stuff. I do think I want to play less Lotus Fields. This is 5 damage? Not lethal. Not a great place to be against the Lava Dart deck, though. But even including the Drowners, I'm still playing 4 more lands. So I can exile the Show Off and then make blocker here. I think I'm imprinting. Alright, exile target creature. Make X spawns. I might be able to chain some Deep-Fiends together too. Since I can get some back from the Ugin's lab. We need our opponent to draw, you know, mutagenic growths and lands and maybe Unholy Heat, maybe not Unholy Heat. Alright, taking turns with Tamiyo. And also playing Lotus Field. Give me a second. Taking turns as an archetype, I tend to not like very much for what it's worth. I'm going to emerge off the Reshaper, I think. Also, do I... Pretty sure I just tap all their lands here. And then leave them with a creature that they can't do much with. And then I can return Deep Fiends and like emerge off the previous Deep-Fiend for a few turns. I don't know. So turns is like kind of dopey. Pairing with Twiddle Storm is kind of cool. I like the overlapping synergy with discontinuity. Deck is very cold to a single copy of Orcish Bowmaster, and I don't love only having 2-part the Water Veils to win the game with. What happens if I emerge off the spawn? This technically costs 7. So I put this into my hand. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can't do that. But I can just still Deep-Fiend them twice in a row. This time. Yeah, I think I still like am going to leave one of their creatures untapped here. I should be getting an island here. Although maybe I want to keep this as a pitch card. Yeah, this plays around show off. Cool game. I'm gonna get the Deep-Fiend back into my hand end of turn. Uh-oh, they drew a 1-drop. Bummer. Fought really hard there. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in the Trinispheres and then the Dismembers, I think. Let's go down to Lotus Field. Maybe just go like down on this stuff. Not sure. I don't really. I don't want the subtleties. The Force of Negations are kind of mid. They can do some work though. I kind of just don't want them. We have Trinisphere to answer Breach. I think I'll play like 2 subtleties. Then we'll probably just have to get this back in here. So I don't know. Like you've done the thing, but I don't think the thing is super good. I like the overlapping synergy. I think it's pretty fun. I would maybe consider playing. Oh, Hidden Strings doesn't. Tell me you can't cast Hidden Strings. Dang. Yeah, I don't think I would like probably try to find. You need to find another win combat sites part the Water Veil, but that might just be as simple as playing like a single Hall of the Storm Giants to be fine. But I would play like at least 1 creature land. It's mulligan with nothing to imprint. Well, it's a funny looking hand. Yeah. We draw Eldrazi Temple, Elder Deep-Fiend, or Nulldrifter. This hand's pretty good. And even just like any land. Deserted Temple plus Field. Yeah, I get it. It's interesting. I feel like the first Upduk is better than extra consigned memory. People keep saying Upduk, and I have no idea what the heck they're referring to. Is this like Updog? Looking for land in all the wrong places. Yes. Seems we cited Trinisphere a lot. Should be in the main deck for current meta. Well, it's kind of bad with our pitch spells, right? I do want to play more of that mono green stompy build with Trinisphere in the main. I'm just not sure like what the cut is from that deck. Seems like I should probably try to like block something with a Coatl this turn. But it kept a 1-lander, so let's see them go runner land here. No, I thought for sure they would attack into my Hope-Ender. Seems like they might not be out of hope after all. But the mono green Eldrazi Stompy deck was looking pretty good. I think trying to figure out how to main deck Trinisphere seems pretty nice. And then the Trinisphere stuff seems like it could like maybe you just main deck it over the chalices, but playing both doesn't seem that bad. Um, you can play them over the what are called, the Fnatic of Ronus. Are there any deck you read from issue that you want some to port to Legacy? Not explicitly, you know what I mean. I just don't really think about Legacy these days. Opponent, you can't do anything. Can I take my turn? Or permanence, huh? I'm just gonna Island Cycle play Reshaper. Nath 18, Triffic with the 39. What's been the best Eldrazi shell so far? The Madness Emrakul build I think is pretty good. I think the Prison Tron builds are pretty good. We need to play more of the Madness Emrakul one. We've only played one league. We 4-1'd, losing only to the Field of Ruin, Crucible World, Assassin's Trophy, Ghost Quarter deck. This is a good first draft, and then I think that this build was looking pretty promising yesterday, or at least it did when I was like kind of tired and delirious in the middle of the stream. But I think we need to play. I think we need to play Trinisphere. I think we need to play Trinisphere at this build. And I kind of like. I don't want to cut the Smashers. I think the Smashers. I don't know. Maybe we're either cutting Fnatic or Smasher, but the problem is like Fnatic is worse without Smashers. But it feels like we could also cut the Chalices and just have the Trinispheres in the main deck. Yeah, I think Sphere. I agree that Sphere is better than Chalice. So, but I don't know if that means. I don't know if that means we just want to play that over it. I don't think there are any challenges today. I don't know if I'm going to play any. We're already like 4 hours into the stream. I made the mistake of joining one like 6 hours into the stream yesterday. Like Trinisphere and Chalice trying to accomplish the same thing. Yeah, but just having redundancy doesn't feel that bad to me. I don't know. I kind of want to keep the second Trinisphere, but maybe that's not correct. Any chance you make a post-image to the YouTube video talking about what's been good for me? Maybe it's kind of tough because I just like the keeping up with the stream schedule at the moment is taking like 10 to 12 hours a day every day. So it's tough to also make YouTube content. Is 6 just good without any synergy? I wouldn't say it doesn't have any synergy, because like just like milling over Fnatic and eternalizing it, or aftermathing it. What is it called? Eternalizing it's been good. Milling over Worldbreaker is good, and just you have a ton of stuff to retrace for value. Yeah, I wouldn't say no synergy. I'm gonna counter this. The Emrakul Madness deck is on YouTube and Mox Field, and probably somewhere on Twitter too. Yeah, but maybe you just play Trinisphere over Chalice, because I've been really liking the Fanatics. Fanatics like really good with 6, really good with like Worldbreaker, really good with like just the top end here. Played Blue White Party Thrusher seem powerful. Sometimes I see that you need a good finisher or something, make it fin the game quickly. I think calls from Jets. I have not felt like I need a way to close games. I play games pretty fast. If you feel that you need a way to close games, that is fine, that is valid, but I'm not worried about it. I guess I don't want to Coatl right now. No Blast is mostly for Nadu. Nice. So we're still taking 6, which isn't the most ideal. But I just feel like the amulets kill your opponent pretty well in that deck. I'm not feeling like we need more stuff to kill our opponent. But Hall could be a good upgrade to the list. I wouldn't play Hall. You can play Hall if you're worried about it. I would not play Hall. Control players though, I know control players love to debate. Do we add one man land, one more Shark Typhoon? This is never a conversation I want to have. The like flex spots and control decks, because you're just still gonna play whatever you want to, because you're a control player. You have to change one card. No matter if any control player takes a control list, they have to change one card. And for me, whenever people take my list, it's like always I want one more win condition, because I tend to play light on win conditions because I don't have trouble playing fast. I don't have trouble closing games. But it's not a conversation. It's a dialogue tree we've had many times. It's not one I really enjoy having. Don't have to have it every single time. So if they bolt me, I'm gonna Otawara. If they mutagenic growth, I might Dismember. Otawara it is. So I'm down to 6. They've got to show off they can cast next turn. I'll cast the Matter Reshaper. How does Trinisphere interact against Court of Calling? Don't know that I want to Dismember here. Yeah, I was pretty sure Cord got around it, which is pretty bad. Obviously don't love doing this. Those two going in the trash. Yeah, I mean, I think the first copy is still probably fine. But they have felt pretty not good so far. But I do also think like what's also about Trinisphere in this shell is you have 4 Microspawns, 4 World Breakers to like complement the mana denial plan of Trinisphere. Alright, there's a bolt. So we 3-2'd our first league with mono blue. So let's quickly change this list.